That'll swing with Vanguard first. We know they have the PG, so it doesn't really matter here. Big ass numbers. And remember, we're gonna restand these, so it's quite threatening. Swing rear. That's a PG. Swing rear. All right, it's this one, right? Yep, it's this one. And we're gonna restand this. That's 3. And unfortunately, that's it. That's 4 PGs. Alright, well, hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. Today, we're going to be doing another deck profile on JP. And this is the Meta Messiah deck. Now, Messiah is a little bit underrated. I know a lot of content creators talk trash about it. You know, oh, it got nerfed. Oh, it only locks for that one turn. It unlocks during your opponent's battle phase. It's trash. Well, look where we're at right now, you know? I think most people can agree. Messiahs are very, very strong. And I don't know if it's because of set 4 or, you know, just people catching on. But whatever it is, it's good. And so let's talk about it and see how it works. So, of course, due to my free-to-play status and shorter age in the JP server, it takes me some time to get things done. I wanted to cover this deck earlier, but you know, what the heck, you know, with set 4, there's new support. And I think it definitely made the deck stronger, and might as well just do it now rather than never. So let's start with the list. Alright, I want to start with starter. We are playing the Deleter Grade 3 Searcher. Now there are 2 different Grade 3 Searchers. There's the Deleter one, there's the Starvader one. Play the Deleter one. Reason being is because Deleters actually need Deleter names. Starvaders do need Starvader names, but generally in your hand only. And deleters are also something that got supported in set 4, so it is something that you see occasionally on ladders. So having the deleter name could influence your opponent's early gameplay, well, until they see your grade 1 ride, I guess. But yeah, I personally think that every small detail matters, and so this little detail matters to me. If you don't care, if you like the Starvader art, you can play that. I like that one art more, but more as well. But you know, in terms of play, at least I believe that playing the Deleter one is more important. Why are we playing the Grade 3 Searcher? In general, Grade 3 Searchers are just great in this meta, in the G era, anyways, because you do want the right Grade 3 on your first ride. If you miss it, you know, the strides don't function as well, and your deck kind of falls into pieces. Especially in this deck, when a lot of your units do require a Messiah named on your Vanguard circle. So this is why Grade 3 Searcher is important. The other one, Neon Messiah, is cute. It helps you, you know, when it's unlocked, you can put it into Soul to add Grade 3 Messiahs to your hand. It's cute. Again, I don't like those because even though it has a pseudo resist, it doesn't make sure that you get into the right Grade 3 in the first place. I'd rather have the consistency than I guess a pseudo resist and an extra K in power. Next, we're playing 4 of the Countercharger. So it says Rigor Circle GB1. When something else on your is locked, if your Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater Messiah, you can lock this unit and countercharge 1 and choose one of your other regards units and get plus 3k. So you can give them Vanguard 3k, which doesn't really matter that much, I guess. But you know, also give your regard 3k to help you hit over numbers as well. We're playing 4 of the Stride Fodders, which you can pick up in Fighter's Collection as well. 4 of the PGs, which you can pick up from the Fighter's Collection as well. And 1 of the Rigor Circle GB1. When it attacks, you can choose 1 locked unit, unlock it, and if you did, get plus 4k. There's a reason why we're playing this. You can choose to play the Countercharger with Resist the Chameleon as well, but there are some spicy shenanigans with this unit that I would like to showcase in the gameplay as well. So for the Grade 2s, we're playing 4 of the Arrestor Messiah. Rigor Circle GB1, when it's placed, when your Vanguard is a Grade 3 or greater Messiah, for this turn it gets plus 2k, and the following ability, Rigor Circle, at the end of the battle, this unit attacks the Vanguard, lock itself and choose one of the back row units and lock it. It could be your opponent's back row, it could be your own back row. So you can pick and choose depending on which stride you're on and what kind of units you can combo off. One of the units you can combo off would be this one. I forgot the name, but it was from the trial deck. Rearguard Circle GB1. When this unit is unlocked, you can choose one of your other rearguards, stand it, and give it plus 2k. You have to stand something to give it plus 2k. So time your rearguard attacks correctly. When you unlock something, they're in stand position, so you can't just allocate the plus 2k. So this is something important to recognize. And we play 4 of the something monk kick thingy. Rearguard Circle GB1, when it attacks, you can choose a locked unit, unlock it, get plus 4k. It's basically the grade 2 version of this. And we play 1 of the something. Rearguard Circle once per turn, lock something and give it plus 4k. So we're playing this because it can set up a lock for your numbers, and set up a lock like this. Arrestor lets us lock a back row as well. So just this, and then the combo is you use one of the monks to unlock this, restanding itself, and then do more shenanigans. And we will talk about how we scale up the numbers to do that shenanigans. For the grade 3s, we are going for the Messiah. This is the ranked reward, of course. If you didn't pull them from the gacha, you can pick this up as the ranked reward from G set 3. It was the second month. Yeah, second half of the month. Vanguard Circle GB2 once per turn. When a unit on your side of the field is unlocked, you can Soul Blast 1 to draw 1 card. So it got nerfed, but it's still really good. Vanguard Circle, when you stride, you can Command 1, choose 1 unit from both players' board and lock it, and it gets plus 5k. At the beginning of your opponent's battle phase, it unlocks. And then Vanguard Circle on place, get plus 3k. So you don't have to lock 1. You don't have to lock 2 units. You can actually just choose to lock 1. And that's just quite nice. Even if your opponent removes your back row or whatever, you can still lock your opponent's front row through the stride skill. We play 4 of this. Vanguard Circle GB1, when it's placed, if your Vanguard's grade 3 greater Messiah. I feel like I've been saying grade 3 or greater Messiah so many times already. So you kind of get the point why we need to play the grade 3 searcher, right? Choose one of your other rearguards to lock, and choose one of your opponent's rearguards to lock, and then they unlock during the battle phase. And we play 1 of this. It's just a worse version of the unit just now. Rearguard Circle GB1, when it attacks a Vanguard. If your Vanguard is a grade 3 greater Messiah, choose one of your opponents, one of your own rearguards to lock one of your opponents, and then it unlocks during your opponent's battle phase. And 4 heal guards, of course. So I'd rather play CBD, but I don't have it. So this is then a tech slot, I guess. You can play what you want. For the grade 3s, we're playing 2 Amnesty Messiahs. This is the GR. Vanguard Circle, when it attacks the Vanguard, Caramast 1, unlock any number you want. If you unlock, for each one, you get plus 3k, and if you unlock 3 or more, it gets plus 1 crit. So you can unlock your own rearguards. When they're unlocked, they're in stand position, and do more multi-attacks and shenanigans. For your second stride, you can go into Exelix, which is basically just a better Amnesty, honestly. GB2, when it attacks, Caramast 1, Persona flip something up, and then unlock any amount of rearguards you want. Those unlocked on your end get plus 3k. Those unlocked on your opponent's end gets retired. And then for each, if you have 2 or more Amnesty Messiahs in your G zone, then you get plus 1 crit if you unlock 3 or more. So it's just a better version of Amnesty once you've used Amnesty once, because you do get the retire on your opponent's side. And you allocate the power to your rearguards, which lets them scale up for that multi-attack. We play 2 of the Nebula Crunch Dragon. GB2 once per turn, Caramast 1, G Persona Flip. Choose one of your opponent's front row rearguards, lock all units in the same column. Now, Resist does play around this, unlike Root Flare Dragon, but being able to just shut down a column is still very good in this game. Especially when Messiah doesn't have like a traditional lock anymore, so it's still nice. I don't see myself using this too often because your other options are just better, but it's still very nice, especially in some matchups like Aquaforce. You just shut down their plays, and you don't need to do stuff. Just make your opponent not be able to do stuff. We play 2 of the Fighters Collection, the Starvader Stride. This is your combo enabler as well. Vanguard Circle, when it attacks Vanguard, Caramast 1, and for this turn, for each locked unit, your front row gets plus 5. So when you stride, you're locking 2. When you're doing arrestor shenanigans, you're locking 1 or 2 more. And so it makes your monks get big fat numbers. You unlock one of these, you restand the monk, you attack, and then you do more shenanigans. You lock back with the arrestors, and there's a lot of shenanigans you can do, and it can get quite nasty because the numbers are very, very big when you're attacking with this and setting up your front row with plus 5k for each locked card. And lastly, we play one of the Cray Elementals. I play this because it enables GB2. You don't have other strides that do that for you in Link Joker, and sometimes you do want to set up the Alter Ego's GB2 earlier so you get the one draw. So its skill is Vanguard Circle once per turn, you can counterblast one, G Persona, you can flip one card face up in the G zone, and it gets plus 5k for each one. So generally you use it for your first stride, you flip over the Amnesty if your opponent doesn't set up or anything. So you can still go into Exelix the turn after because you still do have the Amnesty face up. So that's basically it. That's the list for your first, for your starter. You have this for your first ride. Generally, the countercharger probably. Grade 2, I'm probably gonna ride the monk. For the grade 3s, we're riding the Alter Ego, and then for the first stride, probably Amnesty. Second stride, maybe Nebula, maybe Exelix, maybe Fighters Collection. And going for game, it's probably Exelix or the Fighters Collection. If our opponent doesn't set up anything, then we would go, and we do need the draw, like we have like, clogged hands like PGs and Heal Guards, then we would go into the Cray Elemental just to set up the GB2. At the end of the turn, you get to Soul Blast 1, draw 1, and hopefully draw into something that helps out. So that's basically the list. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I really like it. I think overall, having the Fighters Collection gives you a budget opportunity for the deck. And unfortunately, you do need the GRs. You do need the Amnesty and Exelix to take your game to the next level. But I'd say the Fighters Collection Double Rare gives you a fighting chance to play this and enjoy the deck without too much burden. If you want to play this competitively though, definitely try to pick up like 3 of these and 2 of these, I'd say, probably. Or, yeah. So that's basically it. I would prioritize my Messiah strides, obviously, but Big Crunch is still always very nice. As a 2-of, when the G-Zone expands, you would probably be playing maybe 4 as well. So, very nice. Very GR-reliant deck. And let's just go through a game or 2 and see how this deck performs on ladder. Sweet baby Jesus! I hope this doesn't offend anyone. If you're religious, if you're like really religious, I'm very sorry. I just find that phrase really funny. And this deck is very, very funny. It's very scary. One thing I noticed is when I started playing this, like my first game of this, right? Like I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. People like misplay left and right, like because they are scared of what you can do. Like they just won't play down stuff, and you just vanilla and just punch them to death. Beat them up. Beat stick game. Playing beat stick Vanguard, and that was literally my first initial experience with the deck. And then slowly you kind of figure things out. Not knowing Japanese is definitely hurting, but getting used to the combos and all that, very nice. Arrestor, very important at 4. Alter Ego, obviously important at 4. Stride Fodders, PGs, countercharging is nice. And just being lucky enough to have 2 Amnesties and an Exelix is like a blessing. Amen. I'm just trying to throw as many religious references as I can, even though I'm not too religious. Alright, we have a Bermuda player here. They do have Resist, which is very annoying with our deck. But we're going to just keep the Alter Ego. We're going to toss the other grade 3s. Arrestor is fine. Monkey power. Okay, let's see how we're gonna do. Let me just set this up. All right, riding the Stride Fodder. I wonder which variant of Bermuda this is. All right, we have the PG. All right, we're gonna ride this. Generally, starter I would put in the corner. Because sometimes you do need the 4K boost, I guess, with the 9Ks and whatnot. Behind the Vanguard, you can put this guy, because well, generally you're gonna keep it behind the Vanguard to keep it safe and just keep using its resending ability when you can. Your Vanguard is 26k generally, and pumping up even more and more with Amnesty maybe. Maybe even Exelix is just big enough, so you don't need to worry too much about the Vanguard not being enough, having enough power. On your Stride gives it plus 5k as well, so that's really good. All right, our opponent searches for a PG, so that's 2. Just gotta keep note of that. Write that down. Write that down. All right, we're gonna take 2 damage, 1 PG, 1 of the counter charger. That is a shame. All right, we're gonna ride Monkey. Now I'm thinking about committing something else, but we do have the little combo there. Which I really do enjoy playing with. So actually, I don't think it's necessary. We have 2 Monkey though. 2 Monkey though. All right, let's use the grade 3 searcher. I want to see if we can search a grade 3 for Stride. Yeah, we got one. We got him. We got him. All right, I'm gonna call this out, and I'm gonna call this out. Let's deal 1 damage. Alright. So one thing that this deck doesn't have as much is again, it's very G-centric, so you don't have too much stuff to do earlier in game. And it is really awkward to commit units because you just essentially be committing vanillas rather than using them to the best of their abilities. And I do feel that, but overall, like the value that these units present post grade 3 turn is just so much. I really want to ride the SP. Let's just ride the SP and ditch the non-SP that I searched from the Stride Fighter. So we can actually stride into the Amnesty and push to 5 here. Is that what we want? That's the question. Actually, we can. Yeah. I don't think a wombo combo play is worth it here. So let's just ditch this. We're just gonna attack with Arrestor, 11, lock the back row as well, unlock 3, and then I get a crit. Unlocking something on your opponent's end isn't that bad. It's honestly not bad. Yeah. Oh yeah. One thing I to note is that they only unlock if they're in the front row. So if they're in the back row, they actually don't unlock. But honestly, all right. Here we go. I'm just gonna unlock this. Reason being is because the rear guard Arrestor isn't gonna hit anyways. The man's ball swing 9 to 9. And make use of that 1 swing. And I'd rather keep that grade 0 locked down, even though they don't have GB1. But the number could help because they do get extra crit through Nebula skill. 14 to 9, we're pushing to 5, and then next turn we can wombo combo. So yeah, like a lot of people pigeonhole into the idea that it's nerfed, and that's true, it's not traditional lock anymore. But just having the pseudo lock still means you can still hit face and win games. In the original game, you can lock front row and they can still guard from hand right now. They can't intercept, and that's a big difference, I think, that people have overlooked. And yeah. Alright, attacking into rear guard, they're just gonna bounce the PG. Just asserting dominance, just slap down the PG, asserting dominance, and calling something else. Okay, maybe they're using it as a booster. Now, calling out the Rone, recalling the Rone to dupe another PG. Now that's something I need to learn to do. That's nice. Okay. Alright, cool. Draw. Alright, we have a bunch of these. We just need one Arrestor. Can we get a Arrestor? Or a way to lock the other one? That's the question. Thinkies. Okay, unlock +4, restand. Okay, we can't lock. Nebula? Exelix? Big number? Okay, I'm gonna stride, but I don't know if I want to use a skill yet. I might stride just to get to GB2. Well. How many heals do we have left? 2 heals. Maybe I'll save it. Let's try to push a little bit more before committing to a play. Not having the arrestor and committing it early, I think that was my misplay. We do know that they have like 3 PGs, so it's kind of hard to just be confident with that push when we can't really build up those numbers yet. And you know, locking the front row maybe could have been in a play, but it does cost counterblast 1. And right now, with only 2 heals left in the deck, and we still haven't seen a countercharger on our board yet, counterblast is a little scarce of a resource, and I need to be careful with it. Rone. Is it Rone or Rone? Stride fodder. So they're striding a lot, they're not legioning as much. Alright, bouncing for that 1 draw. We have a lot of cards on the Rone and back. Nemuel. It's fine. Calling in the Great Three, they only have 1 intercept, so we can lock that and try to go for a game as well. Okay. Come on, can we see a locker? Nope. Heal guard again. Going into Nebula Crunch is also nice. Yeah, let's go into Nebula Crunch. I think the game is gonna go into like overtime. We're gonna need to stall it out for a bit. Going into the heals feels bad. I'd rather check it. Oh, we finally got the counter charger. I'm gonna lock that row. Column. Oh, gonna counter charge. Search for 12. That's a fuel. And this is asking for a PG. It doesn't matter. I mean, if I sack 3, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter because they're gonna PG it anyways. Yeah. If they don't have PGs, maybe it would have mattered, but right now, not really mattered. So plus 1, draw 1. Oh, 4th heal in our hand. Hit the parade. At least we drew into the counter charger, and it means we do have 1 potential play left. So that's not bad, I guess. Locking down that is pretty cool. I think it's still Legion though, which would be a pain in the ass, but that's okay. It means we can refund the lock every single turn, and that's fine. That's plenty fine by me. Let's see what they'll do. Will they stride or Legion? I was guessing Legion, and finally they're gonna go for it. Calling over the Nemuel. Calling over the mate. Okay, seems like they're playing the resist grade 2s as well. These are not duos, and they do cut into the slots for the mates and all that. So I'm not a big fan of the non-duo named resist unit, but I guess it's still nice to just, you know, as a meta choice, given that there's so much locking, removing, retiring, and all that stuff. So. And yes, I know that, you know, retiring is a type of removal. Yeah. Just searching for PG. Plain and simple. So now they have, what? 3 PGs, at least. Alright, draw trigger. Still 25. They didn't commit a booster, which could hurt them, and they don't see another trigger. And they didn't. So, Shield Guard, that's fine. They get the unlock. It used to be an Omega lock. Big nerfed. Feels bad, man. So okay, let's go into I want to go into big numbers, man. Big numbers, man. I really like this because it can hit over those heal guards, right? Like when you normally unlock, your numbers are generally small because they lose their skills and stuff. But big numbers, man, hits big numbers, man. Let's save that for later. Oh. Battle. Swing on Vanguard first. We know they have the PG, so it doesn't really matter here. Big ass numbers. And remember, we're gonna restand these, so it's quite threatening. Swing rear. That's a PG. Swing rear. All right, it's this one, right? Yep, it's this one. And we're gonna restand this. That's 3. And unfortunately, that's it. That's 4 PGs. Alright, well, you know, they have 4 PGs, that's fine, I guess. We can still less 1, draw 1. And no more triggers, that's fine. But yeah, that was not bad. We locked the grade 3, which means that they can't really do anything with that. Like, they can't replace it with an intercept. Well, until they wrote Pacifica, which is a rare pick. But okay, we do have the heal guard, so we're gonna block 1, 2, 3, and we should win from there. I mean, they could still check heals, which would be really annoying, but it's okay. We do have Exelix and all that. We still have Amnesty to hit over those heal guard numbers, so no need to worry too much about that. I'm confident we got this. We got this. Resist though, that's annoying. But it did shuffle their deck, I guess. But it still sees the heal. Heal guard. And they're like, what the heck? How'd you get 4 heal guards in their hand? Well, we drew into them. Punk. Get over it. I got over it. You get over it. Alright, we're gonna ride the E. Is the Exelix better here? Or the Amnesty better here? The Exelix does get the retire. Alright, let's go to the Exelix. Honestly, it does hit over the numbers, but we can still multi-attack, I guess. We have a counter charge. Here. Flip Amnesty. We're gonna unlock everything. Boop. Restand this, give it power. There's no triggers, so there's no real. Okay, now this is the part where we play to sweet baby Jesus, they don't heal. Come on, please no. Yeah, let's go. So yeah, like, I kind of purposefully tried to show H Stride, so you get a taste of it, except for the Cray Elemental one, because our hand wasn't bad, so we didn't really need that one draw. But yeah, that's basically it with the list. You know, with Amnesty, you can pump big numbers. It's a first stride option, very nice because it has 2 crit. Even if you unlock, if you have to unlock, you know, unlocking front row it's a nice option because honestly it doesn't help your rearguard scale up when they get unlocked. Exelix does, so it's better suited for the late game multi-attack play. Even if your opponent PGs that crit, you can still have rearguard columns to go swing to face. When you unlock your opponent's front row, they get retired as well, which is just, you know, icing on the top. Nebula Crunch stalls out the game for a bit, lets you set up your board, set up your pieces when you need it. Very nice. And then your Fighter's Collection Stride helps you big numbers to just beat around your opponent's heal guards and just force out PGs, and if not, you die. So yeah, that's basically the list. Again, hope you enjoyed it. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already and want to see more. If you have the financial means and want to support the channel, of course, be a member. Thank you so much to Kamui and to Mello for being members of this channel. They are the real sweet baby Jesus of the channel, making this happen. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the Messiah deck profile, or Lord and Savior Messiah. And see you in the next one, I guess. The deck. Yeah, the deck. Countercharge could be a little issue, but you can always play the Chameleon if you want to. But I just value the wombo combo-ness. That one of that shooting, like, you know, the once in the blue moon play where you just attack, unlock, attack, unlock, attack, unlock, attack, relock, attack, unlock. You know, it's just fun. It's just fun to me. The deck is fun. To all the pseudo lock haters, I hate you too. And yeah, enough rambling. I don't know why you're still in this video. I guess you can click one of these buttons up there. Yeah, so you can see more of me and fun, I guess, and Vanguard 0, which is why you subscribe to this channel, right? Hopefully. Are you? Are you not? I don't know. So I guess that's it. My battery's running out, so I have to end this video sometime soon. And I guess it's now. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye.